Hey guys, Dr. Beddoe here, physical therapist, and today I want to talk about some exercises for an individual that just had a reverse total shoulder arthroplasty and maybe is about 6 weeks post-operative and their weight bearing is tolerated in that arm. We're going to be focusing on the left arm today. But I want you guys to consult your primary care physician before you participate in any activities, because these types of surgeries are very protocol driven, and your rehab team, your physical therapist as you guys are going to, as well as your surgeon, needs to be clearing a lot of these exercises. But I want to get started. So if someone's lacking range of motion and they're still not wanting to really aggressively start doing therapeutic exercises, we want to increase the range of motion. And I think a really great way to be able to do that in a safe, gravity eliminated position is to do table slides. So you guys want to get a towel, you guys want to get a paper towel, you guys can get a little towel like I have here. I'm going to use my massage table, but you guys can use your countertop, your table. And we want to do it in a couple different planes of motion. So the first one we want to work on is shoulder flexion. So you're going to have your arm out here, we're focusing on the left arm, and we're going to slide and we're going to extend all the way down and all the way up underneath your own power. But because we're not doing this against gravity, we're doing it in this plane of motion on a level surface. Gravity's eliminated, so we're really focusing on a little bit of strength, but we're also sliding. We want to hold at the end. We're going to do it 10 times. So let's say that's 1, okay? We're going to go for 2. Good. Let's go back again. 3. And again, if you guys can see, I'm really trying to extend all the way out and all the way back. I am working my torso. Some people really don't want to, but when you get here, we really want to focus on that extension, going all the way and coming back. Now, if you guys are not able to get as much extension as me, that's okay. I want you guys to go as far as you can. If this is as far as you can, I don't want you to push through the pain. I want you guys to push that and feel a hold until you feel a little bit of a stretch, and then come back. And the rule of thumb that's really good to use is that take account of where that resting pain level is at the very beginning. I don't want you guys to be increasing through your pain level. I want you guys to be stopping and slowly warming up that tissue, stretching that tissue nice and easily, back and forth. A few more. Keep it going. 1 more. Good. Now you guys can repeat this more than what I just did, but we're going to do at least 10 times and be able to stretch into that holder for a little bit. Nice and safe. If there's any pain, you guys should stop. Don't keep going because you might be doing something wrong. This one, we want our arm flat. When we go to the side, it's good to have your thumb up. You guys can have it here, but if we're going past 90 degrees with the shoulder, we want our thumb to be up. If it's not, if it's rotated or down, it starts to impinge that joint. So kind of give it a thumbs up, and we're going to go out to the side. We're going to extend out to the side. We're going to hold into it. We're going to come back. Extend out to the side. Come back. That's 2. 3. Again, go all the way to the end range of motion. Nice and easy. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 1 more. 10. Now you guys can repeat that, but it's a good place to start right there. We're going to go on to the next exercises that I'm giving for increased range of motion, especially again for total shoulder. And these are going to be some wand exercises. Now with wand exercises, I'm going to be using a PVC pipe, but you guys can be using a broomstick, you can be using your single point cane, anything that's really going to be anything that you can kind of push and pull with. You guys can use a reacher if you guys have access to a reacher. It doesn't have to be this specific device. But we're again working on the left side. So you want your thumb to be up, right? So give it a good thumbs up. You're going to hold it on. Now the purpose is to use your right hand to be able to stretch the other arm, right? So we're working on shoulder. So we're going to go into shoulder flexion. So I want you guys to use this hand, and we're going to go up. As far as you can, you're going to hold it there, and you come back down nice and slow, and then you're going to go back up. As far as you can go. You may only be going, to right here. That's okay, right? And you're just going to kind of hold into it, and you're going to come back down. Again, we're going for 10. So that was 3, 4, go up and hold, 5, 6, and remember this hand right here is controlling the motion. 7, 8, 9, one more guys, 10. Now we're really focusing on the end range of motion, but just easing into it. We're not forcing it. The next one we want to do is we want to have our hand at our side. We don't want to have our hand up. We want to have it nice down here. Keep your elbow at your side, and we're going to push into into shoulder external rotation. Now we're not trying to flare our elbow out. We want to keep it at our side. We want to come back and push out nice and easy. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can hold a little bit at the end. I'm going a little bit fast. I'll try to slow it down a little bit. 6, 7, 8, 9, making sure the elbow's at the side, and 10. Now hold a little bit and come back. Good. So those are 2-1 exercises. It's good, especially if you're lacking shoulder flexion, shoulder abduction. Make sure that you're keeping your thumb up so your shoulder's not impinging. And again, we're looking for a soft end feel, not a hard end feel. If you guys have any questions, make sure you consult your primary care physician or your surgeon. Now, depending upon where you guys are at in your protocol, you can start doing some slight isometric or therapeutic exercises. Some sort, either isometric where you're not really doing any motion, but you guys are just holding, right? Or you guys can start doing some actual active range of motion with some light resistance. So I think that a good one to start doing where you're not really working on specifically shoulder motion is to start working on some of those muscles that are crossing the joint. So biceps, some of those heads cross the shoulder joint, not really cross, they attach up there, and also triceps. Oftentimes after a total shoulder replacement, sometimes your elbow, sometimes the elbow is going to get locked into flexion a little bit because you guys have been in a sling, because the biceps tendon is going to be a little bit shortened. So if that's the case, we want to start to stretch that. You guys can't see me. So you're going to come down. You're going to try to stretch into extension. You're going to feel this part right here start to get a little bit tight. It's easy to do on your knee, and you can kind of put a little overpressure right there, and it'll start to stretch that out. Now again, we're not forcing it, but we want to start stretching out your biceps tendon if it's locked into place. And again, if you guys have been in a sling for 4, 5, 6 weeks and haven't been taking it out regularly and doing some active range of motion, maybe your surgeon said not to, but it's going to be shortened. So again, put it on your knee. You don't have to bring your knee up. I'm doing this so you guys can see in the video, but we're doing a little bit of overpressure and we're stretching that biceps tendon right there. Now I would repeat that for 30-second holds and doing it for at least 8 times, because most people who are having this done are going to be over 40. Everyone that has a reverse whole shoulder should be over 40. And it's going to take a little bit to get that stretching going. But again, the key is not to do too much. So if you guys need to stretch it, pause the video and go down and hold for 30 seconds. And then relax. And then go back down and hold again for 30 seconds. And repeat that again for 8 times. So pause the video if you need to do that. I'm going to move on to some additional exercises. So those additional exercises are just going to be some contract on both up and down. And what I mean by that, we're going to use our right hand to start working our biceps. So you guys are going to just resist coming up nice and evenly, and then you're going to resist coming down nice and evenly. You guys are just going to go back and forth. Just working on the biceps, working on the triceps, flexion and extension. Nice and evenly. Back and forth. And again, we're doing it 10 times. So, we're on 5. But just in case you guys just started, let's call this 1. And this is going to be 2. 3. 4. Keep it going nice and even. Just light resistance. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's going to get you going. Again, please consult with your primary care physician if there's going to be any changes to your program. But if you guys are looking for some other ways to be able to progress so you guys have been cleared for activity, start with these exercises, especially if you're lacking any range of motion. Feel free to comment below, and I'll be more than happy to assist you with any specifics in this area. And if you guys made it this far, please like, please subscribe, and hopefully you guys start having a better shoulder. Have a good one.